girls, mom and dads. This is Switchback. I'm Steve Ruddock. This is a very memorable Switchback, a special Switchback, probably once in a lifetime. We are waiting here at the corner of Fleet and Victoria in Regina, on the outskirts of town, waiting for the arrival of the Olympic torch. Now, I'm told that it is right on time. It should be here in about, 40 minutes or so at about 10:10 this morning. We hope everything is going according to plan, and we'll be here periodically during the Switchback program to tell you exactly what's going on, do some interviews, talk to some people who are already arriving as we speak now, 40 minutes ahead of time. So right now, let's go back to the warmth of the CBC studios and Bill Wright, host of Switchback.
Good morning, Saskatchewan. Good morning to all you folks out there warming your bed. And good morning to you, Steve Ruddock, out on the highway. A little bit chilly. Well, it serves you right. You finally had to wake up once on a Sunday morning. We put you right to work. Big crowd here this morning just to see me hold the Olympic chicken. Torch, flame. Anyway, the chicken will wait right here. As mentioned, this is a very special edition of Switchback because we have Saskatchewan's only live coverage of the Olympic torch as it makes its way through our province. And throughout today, we'll have lots of torch information. Capacity crowd packed in here this morning, and a couple of them are going to be having birthdays in the very near future. So we'll let you folks know who these people are right now. We have one young man. His name is Curtis Walbaum. He's going to be 9 years of age on January the 18th, which according to me is tomorrow. So Curtis, give us a wave there, and a happy birthday to you, Curtis. Also, we have Jamie Nye, who is 7 years old this coming Tuesday. So those are both some birthday boys. Let's give them a bit of a hand there because they've already survived years and years on our planet. Lots of different groups in here this morning. The Valley Site District Beavers from Lumsden, also Yellowgrass Beavers are here, and the 33rd Cubs from Regina are here. A couple of young ladies brought a special envelope along. I'm going to ask them to come on up here right now. Come on up here. It's Angela and Milana, who evidently went on holidays over Christmas time and stopped in somewhere in Wyoming. Here, I'll let you ladies stand right in here, and you can talk into that. I'll show this, and you can maybe tell us a little bit about it. Tell us how this happened.
We were on a trip to USA in Wyoming, and we passed a sign which said, Beal 15 and write 55. So we decided to write Beal about it.
And this is it. This is the letter, and thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. You went all the way to Wyoming, and you were reminded of me. Did you have a good Christmas anyway?
Yeah.
All right, you guys stick around. We'll give you something a little bit later on in the program. And thanks again for the letter, okay?
Okay.
And you can leave this here. It's extremely expensive. Thanks very much. All right, we have an Olympic torch special today. As you've seen, live via satellite. Steve Ruddock is going to be out on the highway bringing us reports and chatting with some of the people out there. Earlier this morning, the torch left Indian Head, and we've got some pictures brought back for that. Our special guests today are people such as Sandy Hunter. Now, Sandy works for Petro-Canada, and he knows probably everything about the torch, really. I'm sure there isn't a question we can come up with he doesn't know the answer to. Well, actually, there's one question I know he doesn't know the answer to, and I'll ask him that one. But this guy is sort of a torch expert, been following the whole project, been very involved with it for years. So he'll be here to answer our questions. Also, Danelda Garner, who is a Saskatchewan person who went all the way to Quebec just to carry the torch, sold some of the farm animals, and with the support of her family and friends, sort of had a lifetime dream come true. So Danelda's here to talk about that. Also, a Moose Jaw Olympian, Shelley Reed, is here, just here for a couple of hours, actually, in our province. She has to go back to Calgary and keep training for the Olympics. And you'll have a chance to phone in and ask Shelley some questions about what it's like to be in the Olympics and skate endlessly in a circle. And how come they always skate in the same way? I don't know. They never speed skate the other way. Anyway, they always just turn one way. I guess that's the way the skates are built. So Shelley will be here. You can talk to her a little bit later on. Now, a bit of business we have to take care of from last week. That is, we asked you folks to phone in and tell us Tiffany's last name. And the winner of that contest was Bernadette Scudder, who lives in Regina. Sorry, Bernadette, we couldn't announce that last week, so we'll announce it, well, today. And you probably already have your Switchback T-shirt that we sent you. That comes, of course, courtesy of Bizarre and Novelty. Okay, I think we're ready to head back out onto the highway now and check on my good buddy, Steve Ruddock, and see how things are doing out there on Fleet Street. Steve, can you hear me?
How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing out there?
Things are pretty good. Now, we've been told that the torch may arrive here within 10 or 15 minutes now because the snowmobiles are really moving along. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to wait. Now, the folks, I don't know if we can see. Can we see behind me here? The folks are already lining up. It's not that warm out here this morning. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. I'm going to go and talk to some of the people and just see what brings them out here today. You guys, okay, where are you from?
Regina.
And what's your name?
Doug Pepler.
Okay, Doug, tell me, what brings you out here so early on a Sunday morning?
Well, I want to see the Olympic torch come in.
Okay, what is in it that's so important to you? Why do you want to see this thing?
Well, it just makes me happy that some people are, like, really, they done their best and to be the best, I guess.
Okay, what's your name? Come on up here.
Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, you from Regina?
Yeah.
Okay, what brings you out this morning? You want to see the torch?
Yeah.
What's so important for you for it?
Well, it's fun to watch and it's
Just something you want to be at and take
Yeah.
part in, right? Okay, we're going to talk to more people as the morning rolls along. I got to go back here and get my little earpiece again, if I can find it. Okay, Bill, we're back here.
All right, I'm glad you have your little earpiece back in and now you can hear me. Steve, things got started very early this morning out there in Indian Head. I believe it was about 8 o'clock and still dark. That's when they lit the torch and then started it on snowmobiles. I think we're going to take a look at
okay, here they are now. The actual torch itself is not kept going all the time. There's the torch. Now, the actual flame does come from grease, but it's kept in some miner's lanterns, which we just saw. Now, there's the lighting of the torch, an all-Canadian torch with a maple handle and cast steel top with aluminum on the inside. The torch is kept going. A special fuel mixed by Petro-Canada, the people who are putting on this torch relay. And again, this is 150 or so Saskatchewan torch runners are taking part as part of the 6,500 or so torch bearers across this country. And again, this is the longest torch ever, and I'm sure Sandy Hunter will do a lot better with statistics than I will because he knows everything about this. However, this is the longest ever, something like 18,000 kilometers. Now, this again is just before 8 o'clock this morning at Indian Head. Now, what is happening is they're doing snowmobiles from Indian Head to just the outskirts of Regina. Now, here come the first people as far as snowmobiles are concerned. And again, we think they're a little bit ahead of schedule, so perhaps it's going to be in here before 10:10 this morning. But we're just going to have to play it by ear and wing it, and we'll just keep finding out what's going on.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. We'll get back to you in a little while. If the torch is going to be early, we better get set in here to be ready. We'll take a 2-minute break right now and remind you folks, Saskatchewan's only live coverage of the Olympic torch is right here on Switchback, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Man, they're fast, Tony. We'll never beat that time.
We'll be on track after this complete breakfast, including my great-tasting Frosted Flakes. They bring out the tiger in you.
Beat that if you're any good.
Frosted Flakes, good. They're great.
You'll show 'em you're a tiger.
Go, Tiger!
Show 'em what you can do. The taste of Tony's Frosted Flakes.
Great time.
Brings out the tiger in you.
And you.
If you see an alligator crawling up your spoon, if you see an alligator diving in your bowl, if you see an alligator swimming in your soup,
Billy, soup's on!
better eat the alligator before it eats you.
New Lipton alligator soup. It's just crawling with alligator noodles.
Better eat the alligator before it eats you.
See you later, alligator.
Cheese whiz at personality, personality. Pour it on hot from the microwave. Goes over and over and over. Cheese whiz is the one for you. Yes, over and over. You put zip in everything you do. Cheese whiz at personality, personality. Hot from the microwave. Cheese whiz at personality.
In the land of Dairy Queen.
Come on in for our hamburger full meal deal. Everything you want in a complete meal. A thick, juicy, tender, home-style burger that looks, cooks, and tastes like homemade. Crisp golden fries, your favorite soft drink, and a creamy, smooth Dairy Queen Ice Milk Sundae. Best deal this side of home. The Hamburger Full Meal Deal. Only at Dairy Queen.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. A couple of special guests joining me this morning. This is Mac Tonight. I'm sure you've probably seen Mac on some of the new McDonald's commercials. And Mac is here to basically thank all the good people in Moose Jaw who have supported Switchback's trip to Moose Jaw so very, very well. The tickets became available at McDonald's in Moose Jaw starting Wednesday, Mac. And by Friday, all the tickets were already gone. So thanks very much to McDonald's in Moose Jaw because you guys have done a very good job. And you look like such a happy guy. Okay. This is Barry Weiss over here. Barry, maybe I'll get you to stand up just a bit. No, you're taller than me. You can sit down. Barry's from CHAB Radio, and you guys have also been helping us there at Moose Jaw and letting people know where they can pick up tickets. We're very excited about an upcoming edition of Switchback in the Band City, the Friendly City, the City of Mooses. Moose Jaw.
That's it. That's the place. Well, we're looking forward to having you. They'll be hanging from the rafters at Peacock Auditorium is where it's at, about 900 folks there. We want to thank the folks at McDonald's, too, for helping us out. And, hey, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Should be a great time.
Okay, for you people in the Moose Jaw area and anybody that picked up tickets, again, thanks very much for the great support with the tickets. But please, if you have tickets, make sure you use them or you give them to somebody else who will use them because, as Barry said, we want you people hanging from the rafters. Now, that'll be next Saturday. The taping will be next Saturday, and the show will start at 2 o'clock. But you'll want to get there plenty early so you can get the good seats. And just a reminder, of course, you'll have a chance to see the Moose Jaw Warriors, some Snowbird Pilots, and there'll be lots of laughs. So, again, thanks to you, Barry. Thanks to you, Mac. I'm going to make my way up to the couch now. Excuse me. I mentioned, oh, my goodness. Sorry, the full moon to the head was a bad thing there. I'm going to, I'll sneak this way right through here. This is confusing everybody. But anyway, I'm going to join my good buddy. Everybody's ducking out of the way. This is good. Over here, the couch, Hector, you can make a big run backwards there. I'll stay up here. Hi, Larry. Still with me? Let's have a Switchback welcome for my good friend here, Sandy Hunter. Now, Sandy works with Petro-Canada, and as I mentioned in the introduction, Sandy, you're the torch expert. I think you must know more about this thing than most everybody else. You've been with this thing right from the start. But as a means of history, maybe you could explain to people the tradition and the history that comes along with the torch, right from Mount Olympus all the way to Calgary.
When they first brought back the whole idea of the Olympics, they didn't, in fact, include the torch. But a little later on, in the late 30s, they thought it would really be neat to have the whole idea of the torch being brought back into the Olympics, and in fact, relays to take it to the host city. So we've taken it one step further, and we're taking it all the way around the world and across Canada, 18,000 kilometers, as you heard a couple of minutes ago. No. And the idea is that you can't take an open flame. You know, you can't even smoke in an airplane, right? So with the flame, we have to take it onto a plane. When we brought it over from Greece, we had to take it in a miner's lantern. So here is the original flame from Greece, and that's how we light it each morning. We bring out these miner's lanterns. They sit in the back of a car just in the vehicles and light it from that. But the whole idea is it has to be the original flame. If it goes out, we have to stop the relay and fly back to Greece and get it.
I think you have a couple of spares there. But the little flame that's inside there actually came from Greece, and of course you've shared this flame to light other flames.
Yeah, we lit the original flame. We then got several other of these miner's lanterns, just so that if this one went out, it would be a nuisance to go all the way back to Greece and delay the Olympics by 2 days.
All right, but they did all come from that one.
Absolutely, it all comes from the original flame, and each morning, as you saw a minute ago, we light the torch from the original flame.
Okay, now there's been literally millions of people who responded to the Petro-Canada bid or invitation, I guess, for people to come and carry the thing. So out of these millions of people, a bunch of people were lucky enough to be chosen to carry the torch. And one of the most famous people, I know it's somebody that you know already, is Denelda Garner. And Denelda's from Saskatchewan, but in a unique set of circumstances, carried the torch in Quebec. Anyway, Denelda's here, and I'll ask Denelda to come on up now and join us here on the couch. Let's have a Switchback welcome for someone who has actually carried the Olympic torch. Good morning, Denelda. Welcome to Switchback. This is Sandy. Of course, you know Sandy. This is Denelda. We'll clip that microphone, the microphone right behind you there, Denelda. We'll clip it on. Now, I'll tell a little bit of the story, and I'll let you finish up with it. You filled in the form, but made a little bit of a mistake. So you were chosen to carry it on a day when the torch was actually in Quebec, and you were trying to carry it here in Saskatchewan. So you must have had to make a big decision. Do I go to the trouble and the expense to go all the way to Quebec, or do I just say thanks, get somebody else? Now, you obviously went to the trouble and think it was very worthwhile, so maybe you can tell us the story.
Oh, it absolutely was. My first, as you said, I just panicked when I saw the French map and St. Lawrence Seaway running beside it. But there was a reason I was chosen to go there, and I wanted to do it. It was really important to me, and I thought if I was drawn 1 out of 7 million applications, that I absolutely had to go through with it. And it was a beautiful experience. It was well worth every sacrifice I made.
All right, sort of a thrill of a lifetime, I guess, and I get the impression that you were so excited from this and appreciative of the efforts of all the people involved that you've now decided to help out a little bit back here in Saskatchewan. And as the torch comes through some of the communities, of course, there are different activities and events planned. Now, the people in Regina area would probably be interested to know that as the torch gets here in, well, not too long, probably about 45 minutes or an hour, there'll be the actual ceremony down at the marina. It's going to be in Moose Jaw later on this afternoon. There's events there and also in Davidson. Tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening in Regina.
Okay, with Celebration 88 here in Regina, we've got all of our equipment out and people, over 300 participants at the marina site. We had a big breakfast here from 8 to 10. It's still going on at the Queen's Building. And then we have all of the Olympic sports, aside from bobsled and luge, represented down at the site. We couldn't find anything that was had enough of a slope to get a bobsled down it. But then we have a cultural stage going on, and we have some of our mosaic people performing. So there's constant activity down at the marina site until the torch arrives here at 10:52. And I think we have it right down to the second. We have the stage is set and ready to go, so we're really looking forward to it. Huge crowds out there, and everyone is invited. We're really anxious to have everyone out.
One of the things I find interesting is some of our cameramen have already been out this morning getting the pictures that we'll see in the show, and the crowds are already out there. People are already lining the streets in Regina hours before it gets here. So it's a very exciting big time. But just quickly, the people in Moose Jaw, your event, if you will be at the Civic Center, and it'll be about 2:30 this afternoon. You should get there, though, at least 2 o'clock. And Davidson at about 7 o'clock tonight in the town hall. Saskatoon and Prince Albert, some of the northern communities, your day will be tomorrow. So please get out and support this thing. Very infectious, I guess, kind of excitement. Sandy, you mentioned earlier in the week when we had a chance to chat that was probably the thing that surprised you the most, was the reception.
We started in Newfoundland. Nobody's ever done a torch relay that goes right across Canada like this before. So we had no idea what to expect. And when we started in Newfoundland, there were probably 4,000, 5,000 people at the top of Signal Hill. And it just, the crowd just went crazy. And we thought, well, we'll pull out of the crowd and down the hill, right up on the hill in St. John's. But the whole crowd just followed us. And there was this big moving 4,000 person crowd all the way down the hill and all the way through town, right through St. John's, Newfoundland, lining the streets.
The flame is coming, they can see it.
Okay, sorry we have to interrupt you. We're going to go out to Steve right now, live on the highway. The flame, for one of the first times ever, I guess, is ahead of time. And Steve, I'll let you tell us what's happening.
So I'll just interview Mom. How's that? Sure, great. Okay, I'll do that.
Where is this at?
Okay, Bill, we're out here at Victoria and Fleet Street. I think we see the flame in the distance. There's the camera, there's your shot. I think we see the police cruiser leading the way. Let's talk to Mom. Okay, we're only a few minutes away, 10 minutes away from the flame coming here and arriving within the city limits. Now, Mark Vogel from Pilot Butte will be the first runner to carry the torch inside the city limits. Now, we've got Mom here to the side. Mom, tell me, did he sleep much last night?
Well, he certainly didn't get to bed too early.
What has he thought about the whole thing? Now, I talked to him a little while ago, and he wouldn't tell me very much. He was pretty quiet.
Yes, he is quiet. He's very excited. This past week has been an exciting week for him. They've just done so much at school for him. They had a pep rally on Friday, which was exciting. And just, you know, the phone calls from the TV station. He was interviewed on the radio. He's just excited, really excited.
Okay, also down here we have Krista, Mark's sister. Now tell me, what do you think about this whole thing?
It's good.
You excited about seeing Mark carry the torch?
Yeah.
I'm told you're going to try to run with him. Are you going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
If for no other reason but to keep warm?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Again, we see the torch in the distance, and people are now arriving out here at Fleet in Victoria. Bill, I know we've done an interview with Mark. I don't know if you're going to use it right now, but if you are, this is what's happened earlier on, about an hour or so ago, as he was getting last-minute preparations and getting his new Olympic torch-carrying suit on.
Mark, how did you initially get involved in all of this? Did you say, Mom, put my name in, I want to get involved, or did she say, hey kids, we're going to put your names in, we want you to run the flame?
She just put in a whole bunch of cards.
She must have been pretty excited when you found out.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, was there any extra training you had to do to get into this? Now, I know you certainly aren't out of shape being a young guy, but did you do any extra running or attend any courses?
Yeah, I did a lot of running, and I carried weights around.
Okay, did you get much sleep last night?
No.
What was going through your head?
Torch relay.
What you had to do, make sure you went the right direction?
Mm-hmm.
One last question. I know this suit's a little bit small for me, but I know I could stretch it. Do you want to sell it?
No.
500 bucks?
No.
1,000?
No.
You're going to keep it forever?
Yep.
Okay, good luck.
I better not hold this glass. I think I've been drinking.
Okay, Steve, we can see that there are a lot of vehicles coming along there, motorhomes, police cruisers, and a pretty big crowd out there. Are people pretty excited because now they can see the torch coming?
People are pretty excited, Bill, because they can see the torch and they've got their banners and they're trying to keep warm and they're jumping up and down. Things are pretty exciting here. Now, what is happening is that there are 4 runners. Now, they started out this morning from Indian Head with people on snowmobiles, but just outside the city limits, they get off the snowmobiles, and there are 4 torch runners, and they'll come here to Fleet and Victoria, and they are Deborah Bazarski from Kenora, Aaron Benko from Punachai, Donna Plant from Fort Coupel, and Richard Krogsgoord from White City. Now, the 4 of them will come here and drop off the flame to the runner, as we mentioned, Mark Fogel from Pilot Butte, and then he will take it on and pass it along, and eventually they'll end up at Wascana Park. So if I can just move out here a bit.
All right,
again, it's coming very, very fast. We're probably 7 or 8 minutes away from the torch arriving just inside the city limits. And again, a lot of people are showing up here, but for those of you who can't make it out, just tune into CBC Television. We've got it live here on Switchback. Bill, let's go back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. Sandy, maybe I can get you to point out to folks, there's going to be a lot of vehicles. There's police cars and motorhomes and things like that. What basically is the reason for this big parade? What do the different trucks do? And that way when they go by, we'll know what's going on.
Well, we decided that if you're going to have a parade, you have to have you can't have just a parade of one, right? So we decided that we'd have a police car at the front and the back just to kind of let everybody know that we're coming. And then there's a large motorhome that all the torchbearers keep warm in until they do their kilometer. And we weren't going to have them stand out on the highway for an hour and a half waiting for their particular kilometer. And what if they got it wrong? We'd miss them. So we dropped them off at their precise kilometer. Then we have what we call a lead car, which is just an ordinary car, and on the back of it we've got a couple of these little miner's lanterns. And then there's this enormous truck. There's this enormous truck that all the media sit in. Then there's a trail motorhome that the computers all work out of, and then there's a little pickup van, and then the other police car.
Okay, excuse me, we have to jump right in here. We're going to take a quick commercial break so that we don't miss the torch when it goes by. Our Saskatchewan's only live coverage of the torch is right here on Switchback, and we'll continue in 2 minutes.
$2,500. That's what Heritage Motors is offering you on a quality Japanese-built Subaru. Subaru's Justy, $10,995. Subaru's front-wheel drive sedan, the Chaser GL, $99.95. Subaru's GL wagon, four-wheel drive, $14,995. Subaru rates in the top 10 worldwide for customer satisfaction. You get a 5-year, 100,000-kilometer warranty and a rebate on your deal. See us now. The Subarus are going fast.
There are no substitutes for the good taste of Heinz.
eat breakfast, all right. I'll go fuck it. Can nothing stop these doggies?
Punch power can. It locks delicious sweet taste in. So it's tough to suck out. You got the point.
Captain Crunch is a crunchy part of a balanced breakfast.
This just in. Soggy snappers invade the country. They're in the schoolyard. They're in the homes. They're everywhere. There's one inside specially marked boxes of Captain Crunch cereal.
What do you got for Christmas box?
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. This is a picture coming live via satellite from the corner of Fleet Street and Victoria, just on the outskirts of Regina. You're looking at the procession, the parade of police cars, mobile homes, the entire entourage, which is associated with the Olympic torch. We should mention that at this point in time, 4 snowmobilers have participated in carrying the torch, the most recent people participating. And once they get off those snowmobiles, each of them will have a chance to also run along with the torch. They will then pass off, hopefully right in front of our camera, to Mark Vogel, who will be the first actual person to entirely run the 1 kilometer coming into Regina. Steve, let's go back out to you now and give us a feel for what's happening at Fleet Street and Victoria.
Okay, Bill, we're out here at Fleet Street in Victoria. Things are warming up. The sun is coming out, and also lots of people showing up, and things are really cooking now. As you can see, the flame is probably, a minute or 2 away right now. Let's talk to some of the people. Tell me, first of all, I know you're an alderman for Pilot Butte, and Mark Vogel is one of your constituents, but what about this flame thing?
Oh, this is just great. This is the best thing I think that's happened to Canada for a long time.
What makes you think that it's such a big thing? Because it's never been a big thing at any other games.
Well, it's just the excitement that generates, gets people involved and thinking about the games. It's great.
Okay, thanks for coming out this morning. What brings you out here on a cold Sunday morning?
Well, Mark, for one thing, he's from Pilot Butte, and we live in Pilot Butte, and we're proud of him and pleased that he was chosen.
Okay, thanks for coming out. Let's get your sign. Come on over here for a second. Show us your sign. Okay, obviously that's to get Mark going today. Do you know Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a bit about this flame thing. What, are you excited about it?
Yeah.
What makes you excited? What comes to your mind when you say, geez, you know, today's the day the flame comes to Regina?
Well, it's kind of special because it's not very often that the flame, you get to carry the flame every day. So, like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
That's true. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's get Dad over here. Come on over here for a second. Now, I know kids will be excited about the flame, but what about parents? Do parents get excited about this kind of thing, too?
Well, the idea of it coming right across Canada is just something phenomenal, and it's brought along from person to person, so that's just mind-boggling when you think about it.
Okay, we see the flame coming up. The police cruiser, which is leading the entourage, is just, well, 50 yards away. People are coming along the side of the street here. It's warming up. It's just a great day, a perfect day for the flame to come to Regina. We're going to see festivities from Wascana Park later on in the morning. And then the torch will head on and finish up the day in Davidson.
Okay, Steve, we can see the torch coming now with the...
We see the entourage, the police cruiser.
The edge of the road.
You're right. we can see the 4 people, the snowmobilers, or the people that were participating via snowmobile. They're running along with the torch. We can see it being held up quite high now. A lot of people on the side of the road reaching out to touch the torch. Of course, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them as well. And it must be very, very exciting out there on the road. These people have big grins on their faces, running very, very proudly. I'm sure Mr. Fogel is going to be very excited when it's his opportunity. Looks like a bit of an exchange just happened there. Probably one of the snowmobilers passed off to another snowmobiler. I'm afraid you may be somewhat lost in the crowd there, Steve, so I just jumped in there to help you out there. We can maybe see a little bit better than you, but you got the feel there, so back to you, Steve.
Okay, Bill, you are a little bit higher than I am. I'm down right on the pavement here waiting to see when the torch will be passed on to Mark Vogel from Pilot Butte, and we see again the 4 runners who ran the last 3.5 kilometers or so. And Mark will be coming up very, very shortly. And again, here come the runners. We can see them all now, and the fans are giving these runners a hand.
Steve, they're stopping there momentarily so that Mark can join in. Here comes
a lot of people want to be involved with this torch, Bill. As you can see, a lot of people brought their own little torches.
We can see the media truck in the background.
So tell me, how's it been this morning?
Great. Excellent. Great. It's been a fabulous morning. The weather's been super. A little bit of fog, but it's getting better every day.
The run's what you expected it to be this morning? Tell me a bit about the run.
Well, actually, I'm not a torchbearer here, so you might want to talk.
Okay.
I'm an escort, so.
Okay.
Is that who you want to interview?
Sure.
Hi.
Tell me a bit about the run this morning.
Super. Wonderful.
Everything you expected it to be?
Everything. Everything and more? And more.
Okay, again, a lot of people are wanting to touch the flame and getting involved. As you can see here, we're lost in the crowd, but we're getting pictures. And again, the group that's finishing up the run here at the corner of Fleet and Victoria here just outside Regina. And again, we're just awaiting Mark Vogel to come out and be the first solo runner to be involved with getting this flame into the city of Regina.
Steve, I'm sorry, Steve, we got a bit of a problem there. We've lost the picture. We can... Oh, the picture.
So tell me, you brought your own little torch to get lit.
Yes, thank you. It was given to me.
Okay, well, get in there and get it lit.
There's a lot of people gathering around. The people that are wearing the jackets, the red and white jackets with Canada and the torch on the back, of course, are all people either associated with the run as organizers.
It's quite a celebration out here, Bill.
I can imagine
quite
that,
a celebration. A lot of people are getting their little torches lit. I don't know if you can see this here, but...
the people with the red shoulders on, like Donelda, are the former torchbearers or the upcoming torchbearers. And then along with them, there are people with gray shoulders who are just a little honorary group that we run occasionally. And then there are people with black shoulders.
So tell me, what do you think about it all now that it's here?
They move along with the torch at all times, just to make sure of the safety of the torchbearer. So as you see those different colored shoulders, to give you an idea of who is what.
Okay. There's a good look at the torch, nice and close up. Specially made torch, of course. Each Olympics has their own torch, their own designs, and I'll get you to talk about that a little bit later to give us a bit of an indication. This is a truly all-Canadian torch that we see held high in the air there.
Again, everybody's milling around getting some pictures and getting their torches lit.
Okay, Steve, I guess they're waiting momentarily.
Okay, Bill, what is happening is we're just waiting for Mark Vogel to try to get through the crowd here and pick up the torch. And away he will go, and again, everybody wants to be a part of this show, and they're all touching it, and they're coming along with their own candles and their own little torches, and they're getting them lit. And again, this is the official flame, the flame that came all the way from Greece. And this is the flame that will be part of the Calgary Olympic Games.
Sandy, is this...
Everybody wants a piece of it. This is the first
excuse
time,
me
I
for
think,
a sec there.
in Olympic history.
I don't think Steve can hear us anymore amongst the crowd. Is this the kind of scene that happens over and over again in the various communities, the big mob scene?
It's the biggest problem we have is that it's so successful. All the crowds of people, every time you stop, people just converge on the torch. Everybody wants to touch it, of course, and we do everything we can to give people a chance to touch and to light the little candles that they have so that people can take back the original flame. But we get this kind of mob site in the middle of nowhere. Small crossroads in Newfoundland, up the St. Johns River in New Brunswick, everywhere the mob scenes have been the same. The other day in Winnipeg, the crowds were awfully tough. There goes the next torchbearer, and as you can see, the person in the red shoulders, and then there's a couple of other people just escorting him. And there, of course, is the media truck, people taking pictures out of the back.
And again, it looks like this entourage is going to be stopped many, many times along the way as people want to get a piece of the action, get their torches lit, touch the flame, and talk to the runners. Okay, I'm going to just chat with this young lady right here. Now, it looks like your flame went out.
I blew it out.
You blew it out?
Well, yeah, I want it to last. Like, you know, this will be a memory.
Okay. Now, I can see young kids getting excited about this, but what?
Oh, I'm
why?
excited too.
I know you're excited, but tell me why. What's the reasoning behind all this?
Oh, I don't know. It's great. I think it's great that Canada can share this. That's why I'm excited.
Now, where's that going to sit at home?
Earl Grey, Saskatchewan.
On the mantle?
Oh, yeah. in my farmhouse.
Okay. So tell me, come on over here. Just turn around a little bit. Tell me a bit about how you think about this whole thing.
I think it's fun.
Are you from Earl Grey too?
Yes.
So what brought you all the way out here on a Sunday morning? Just to be a part of it all?
Yeah. Just see the flame.
And was it everything you expected and hoped for?
Yeah. It was fun. Exciting.
All right, that's great. And again, Bill, the crowd is dispersing here at Fleet Street, but again, people are crowding the sides of the roads all the way along the road here, along Victoria Avenue as it heads towards Wascana Park, and I imagine there will be thousands of people down there waiting and listening to festivities and whatnot that are going on down there before the flame arrives. Let's get back to you, Bill.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks very much, Steve. Our apologies, sometimes we were all talking at the same time there. Steve couldn't hear us because of the crowd noise around him there, so we didn't mean to confuse you, just trying to give you as much information and try to catch the excitement, and it is very exciting. Now this big mob scene will come all the way downtown. Now, Danelle, you mentioned there's going to be a lot of things happening at the marina in Regina. What else is going to be going on?
At the time of the arrival of the torch, when they have the official ceremony on stage, we have 5,000 balloons that we have attached notes to that you can put your own little note on and release at the time that the signal comes from the stage. So these will spread across Saskatchewan, spreading the Share the Flame messages. We also are having an official flame lighting ceremony there, so they will be lighting it from the cauldron and then down the RCMP, and a lot of Girl Guides, Scouts, and Cadets are going to be going through the crowd then and sharing the flame, so everyone will get a chance.
Okay, that sounds great. I'll just give a little bit of a warning to the people here behind the scenes that I'll be mentioning the contest now. You may want to scramble up some kind of an address. We're sort of making things up as we go, and we'll be back to talk to these folks, as well as meeting Shelley Reed, who is, of course, a native Saskatchewan Olympian, speed skater, who's getting very excited about the Olympics. You'll have a chance to chat with her in a minute. But here's our contest question this week. If you've been watching this morning's show, and you must be, or you wouldn't be hearing me now, we want to know from you people how many kilometers this torch will travel on its journey through Canada. It takes 88 days, started in Newfoundland, will end up in Calgary at the opening ceremonies. Now, during those 88 days, how many kilometers will the torch travel? Write down the answer to that question and then send it to us. Here's our Switchback address. It is Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code, we all know it, S4P4A1. This is sounding like a very exciting contest, and you have a chance to win some of those great Olympic toques and their torch toques, courtesy of Petro-Canada. Thanks very much. I think we're going to go back out to Steve now for a quick wrap out there on the highway to see how things are going now that the crowd has left. Steve, you look kind of lonely.
Well, we're out here at the corner of Fleet and Victoria, and the crowd has mysteriously all disappeared. They've gone back to the warmth of their cars and their vans, and they're heading out. But again, as you can see, perhaps in the distance, hundreds of people are gathering around to watch Mark Vogel from Pilot Butte take the first kilometer of this run of the torch into the city of Regina. Now, what's going to happen now, it's going to go on into Wascana Park. It'll have festivities there, and then it's going on to Davidson tonight to finish up the day, and then it's on for the rest of the trip into Calgary just a few short days from now. Once again, I'm all alone here now, so I guess that's it. We'll wrap it up. Thanks for being a part of this whole thing. It was a lot of fun, and thanks to all the folks in Regina for coming out.
All right, and thank you very much, Steve, for all your hard work out there. We also want to thank Kelly Champagne and Kevin Barnett and all the people at Petro-Canada who helped behind the scenes to arrange for the satellite feed and all the technical equipment. So, Sandy, you can maybe pass that along to John Hunt and the rest of the crew out there. Really appreciate it. We're going to be back to do some more very exciting Olympic-related things and give you folks a chance to keep very involved as we come back in 2 minutes.
Everybody's knowing.
Sandwich to life like the tangy zip of Miracle Whip. Absolutely nothing.
no substitutes for the good taste of Heinz.
In the land of Dairy Queen.
Come on in for our hamburger full meal deal. Everything you want in a complete meal. A thick, juicy, tender, home-style burger that looks, cooks, and tastes like homemade. Crisp, golden fries, your favorite soft drink, and a creamy, smooth Dairy Queen iced milk sundae. Best deal this side of home. The hamburger full meal deal. Only at Dairy Queen.
Hi, Peter. Peter, what are you doing? Peter, Kellogg's Corn Flakes. That's Daddy's cereal. There's lots of cereals for you, but those are Daddy's, Peter. If you pour milk on those, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. You thought I was kidding, but I'm not kidding. You're in major, major trouble. I'm serious.
You can't keep a kid out of Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Peter, if you take one more mouthful, and I'm not kidding, I'll tell Mommy.
And welcome back, Saskatchewan. Very exciting edition of Switchback here. Things are happening hot and heavy, some of which we have absolutely no control over, which is why this is live television. Joining us here on the couch, a very special guest, somebody that we'll all be rooting for come the 88 Olympics in Calgary. That's what, this year, I guess. Let's have a big Switchback welcome for Shelley Reed from Moose Jaw. Now, good morning, Shelley, and welcome to Switchback. You're just in town here for a short period of time. I understand you're back to be part of the torch festivities in Moose Jaw later on this afternoon. And you don't know too much about that yet?
No, not yet.
I do know it's going to be at the Civic Center in Moose Jaw, and people should get there by at least 2 o'clock because there's going to be a big crowd scene. The torch is supposed to get there sometime around 2:39. But that's just an approximation. Now, you're getting pretty excited because the Olympics are coming up, and I'm sure that some of the folks out there have some questions that they'd like to ask you about speed skating and about whether you're anxious or nervous or anything like that about the Olympics. So if you have some questions you'd like to ask Shelley, get on the phone right now and please do so. Now, I mentioned you're just here for a short period of time. You're obviously very much into training. Is the Olympics the only thing on your mind now? Is that the next meet and it's the biggie?
Well, actually, we have our World Sprint Championships in Milwaukee on February 6th and 7th, but no, this year they don't mean so much compared to the Olympics. We'll use them almost like a training session, training races.
Right, so it's a chance to sort of fine-tune a little bit, but you're not going to take a chance on that.
You don't worry. I'm not going to worry too much about the results there.
Well, we know why Milwaukee's famous, so I
for the wind.
Well, yeah. I wasn't thinking about the wind.
It's famous for the wind when
it comes to speed skating.
When it comes to speed skating.
It must be a pretty neat opportunity to skate indoors, speed skate indoors in Calgary's probably. But we'll talk to that in a minute. There may be somebody with the same question. So I'll grab a line here. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi.
Hello. Have you got a question for Shelley?
Yeah, I'd like to know how long she's been speed skating for.
Well, I started when I was 8 years old, and I'm 22 now, so that's 14 years. It's a long time, almost 15.
Is the Olympics going to be like the end of your career? You're still a young person. Now, when do speed skaters reach their peak?
Well, for women, I think women have a long lifespan. There are some of the women competitors that are in their 30s and they're still skating very well.
Really old, right?
Yeah. Well, some of them stop and they have children and come back and they can continue to skate. I don't think I'm going to skate until I'm 30, but I plan to skate next year and take it from there.
Okay.
Maybe another Olympic Games, who knows?
Thanks a lot. Where are you calling from?
Regina.
From Regina. Have you seen the torch yet?
No, I haven't been watching Switchback.
Well, that's a good place to see it. You may want to head down to the marina or somewhere along the highway and see it. It's once in a lifetime. Thanks for calling.
Thanks a lot.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback. Have you got a question for Shelley?
Yes. I was wondering, what does your training consist of?
Oh, it's a complicated schedule. In the summer, we do a lot of cycling, a lot of weightlifting, running, all kinds of hill training intervals, to almost anything that gets you in shape. And in the winter, we skate once a day, and then we usually cycle the second program. A lot of training.
Yeah, we've actually got some, our spies were out and they sent us back some pictures of you doing your thing, Shelley. There you are doing the circuit. Now, I have to ask you, why do you guys go around and around and around? You always go the same way. You only turn left. Is this a speed skating rule, or what's the deal?
That's because our skates are bent in one direction. No, that's a good question. We can't turn the other way. We're just so used to going one way, and I don't know who who picked the rule of going this way, but...
Do you go the opposite way in the southern hemisphere?
Yeah, I think the Australians skate around clockwise.
This is in Calgary. They have a really good weight room facility for us now.
Now, how long have you been in Calgary specifically getting ready for the Olympics, or does the team hang out there all the time?
Since September, and we spent a lot of time there in the summer too, training camps, and we got to skate in the middle of the summer in this facility.
Right. Okay, thanks a lot for calling.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Where are you calling from?
Watrous.
Watrous. How are things up there today?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. You got a question for Shelley?
Yeah, what do you rank?
In the country or in the world?
Both.
Both? We had our Canadian Championships in December, and I ranked second in sprint. Wasn't a particularly good competition. And in the World Cup, I was 6th place in the 500, and I think it was 10th place in the 1,000 meter. But they've recently had another competition, and I wasn't there, so my rank has changed.
Oh. It must continually change then, according to each one thing. How about yourself? How do you rank? Are you a speed skater?
No.
Do you skate at all?
Yeah. Play hockey.
You probably turn both ways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you interested in joining speed skating?
Yeah, have you ever tried speed skating?
No.
It's tough, but it's a lot of fun. I had a chance to speed skate against Gaëtan Boucher. Now, there's nothing like starting with, starting with the novice guys.
He's dropping names again, right?
Yeah. Or Sylvia Bernier. It was one of those speed skaters. I forget. Thanks for calling. All right, bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Well, I had a question for Sandy.
Okay. Sandy's here. Go ahead. What's your question?
How heavy is the torch?
It's not heavy at all. It's about 3 pounds or so. When it's filled with fuel, when you just get it brand new filled with fuel, it's a little bit heavier, maybe half a pound heavier. And then as you run the kilometers through the half hour, it lightens up a little bit.
We
just happen to have one here to show you. Ta-da! And this is the torch, the official one. It has all the pictographs of the different Olympic sports etched into the side of it, laser etching. And top, of course, is aluminum. Winter Games written on it, and in French, Jeux Olympiques d'hiver. And in the top, we fill it up with fuel, and we can replace the fuel on a regular basis. Obviously, we're not talking about a laser thing here. This is just normal gasoline and alcohol mixed, and we refuel them every half hour or so.
Can you tell us quickly, while we're seeing it, it's a beautiful thing, a little bit about the handle, the construction, just quickly the history behind Canada's torch?
Well, when we first got the project, we thought, well, you have to have something that is unique for our particular Olympics. And in Calgary, if anybody knows Calgary, the Calgary Tower is the symbol on the Calgary skyline, and it looks just like that. So we decided that it would be neat to have the bowl of the torch just like the Calgary Tower, and the top part is just like the actual top of the flame. And in Calgary, they're going to light the top of the Calgary Tower to go along with the torch relay. And then the handle is made of maple from Quebec. The etching is done in Edmonton. The aluminum in Sarnia, Ontario. As a matter of fact, this is recast aluminum melted down from used pop cans.
Well, I have to reach over. I want to say that I had a chance to hold it, so that feels Shelley. You want to grab on the Olympic torch?
I also have a question for Shelley.
Okay, real quick.
How long do you have to practice for speed skating?
Well, each day we spend about 4 hours, actually. We go to the track at 3:30, and we usually finish at about 6. And before that, in the morning, we usually cycle for about an hour.
So this is almost a job.
Yeah, it's like a job, a full-time job.
Thanks a lot for calling.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
No more calls.
Okay, so I want to ask you to do a favor. Can you unhook your microphone and take that torch and let our audience have a touch of it, because it's going to be a big thrill for those folks. And I will let you folks at home dream about such things and listen to Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth.
Baby, do you know that's right? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven our place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
alligator crawling up your spoon, if you see an alligator diving in your bowl, if you see an alligator swimming in your soup,
Billy, soup's on!
better eat the alligator before it eats you.
New Lipton alligator soup. It's just crawling with alligator noodles.
Better eat the alligator before it eats you.
See you later, alligator. It's a long way to breakfast.
You'll never fly unless you try. You need a reason why.
I'd rather have a parachute.
Fruit flavors will be our goal. Just follow me to the bowl. We'll follow my nose.
I'll have to wing it.
It always knows.
Nosedive!
The aroma of fruit.
Hey, I'm flying.
Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal with natural orange, lemon, and cherry flavors. Part of this complete breakfast.
Great, Uncle Toucan. Now what's this?
Good. What's it called?
A Fruit Loop-de-Loop.
This week on Countryside.
I know my grandmother was very proud of me. Not only myself, but our whole family.
The Shellbrook Chronicle, 4 generations of small-town news. And the village of Chamberlain, life in the fast lane. Watch Countryside, Monday night at 7 on CBC Television, Regina.
Do you know someone that got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Send them an FTD pick-me-up bouquet. That'll put them back in the swing of things. Or do you know someone who's feeling a little down? Send them an FTD pick-me-up bouquet. Its flowers, rainbow coffee mug, and tote bag are the perfect way to get them feeling back on solid ground again. And only your FTD florist has it.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Very exciting edition of Switchback here. As you can see, the actual Olympic torch still making its way through our crowd here. Everybody anxiously grabbing a piece of it for old time's sake. Probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Also, could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you folks to operate our cameras here in the Switchback studio. 2 weeks from now, that'll be January 31st, is what we call Kid Camera Day. It's an opportunity for several lucky people out there to come in, and you can actually work the cameras. Now, if you think you're as good as this fella, Kevin Barnett, who incidentally was covering the action out on the highway today, then write to us and tell us why you would like to be operating a camera here in our Switchback studios. If you're good enough, or you have a clever enough answer, or you send money, then we may let you operate a camera and see if you can turn it upside down just like that. If you're interested, remember, tell us why you want to be a cameraman, write that down and send it to us. Here's our address, Kid Camera Contest, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. The postal code is S4P4A1. Also, remember that our airband competition is going to be coming up February the 7th in Regina. It'll be sometime in March in Saskatoon. But for those of you in the southern part of the province close to Regina, remember, auditions will be January the 30th. And if you'd like to audition, you have to give us a phone call, and we'll give you a time to come for your audition. Now, auditions will be January the 30th, but as I mentioned, give us a phone call, regular CBC business number, Monday to Friday, and we will give you the information you need, such as audition time. Now, if you think you can play the drums as well as this kid, then you're pretty good. January the 30th is the day. Auditions will start at 1 o'clock, but as I mentioned, give us a phone call, and we'll give you an exact time when you should be here for your audition. Remember, bring your own equipment and bring your own music. It must be on cassette, and please bring the same cassette as you're going to use. Remember, call in 347-9540, and you must call before January the 28th. We'll give you time. Sometime on the Saturday, it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to have as many people out as possible to our airband auditions, and as mentioned, the airband show itself will be on February the 7th right here in Regina. We're going to head back out to Steve Ruddock now on the highway for a final word from the guy who was there when the torch went by. Steve?
Okay, there's only one flame fan left, Rose from Quill Lake, Saskatchewan. How come you're still here?
I came all the way back to look for my myth. I lost it. Anyone see a white myth? It's mine.
Okay, you touched the torch, you saw the torch. Was it worth the trip, the lost myth, everything else?
Yeah, it was. Even if my cow at home loses her calf, it was worth it. But I hope she doesn't.
Okay, I hope you find your myth. That's it from Fleet and Victoria. Back to you, Bill, in the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. My thanks to Sandy from Petro-Canada, who helped out a lot and brought along the torch. Also, Shelley Reed, good luck in the Olympics. We'll all be cheering for you. Do your best. That's all that matters. And also thanks to Danelle DeGarner, who helped us here. Remember, next week, Switchback is going to be in Moose Jaw. It's going to be a great time. So we'll see you next week, Sunday at 9:30. Bye for now.
is CBC Television.